Question number 5 read as follows. Zagzag Limited makes and sells a product which has a variable cost of 30 kwacha and sells for 40 kwacha. So there's a company called Zagzag which makes and sells a product. We haven't been told the name of the product. It doesn't matter. What we know is that the variable costs of this particular product is 30 kwacha. And this particular product sells for 40 kwacha. The budgeted fixed costs are 70,000 kwacha. And the budgeted sales are 8,000 units. 8,000 units. This particular question goes on further and asks us to calculate the following. A, the break-even point. A, the break-even point. The break-even point is a point at which a business neither makes a profit nor does it make a loss. So how much units you would have sold are at a point where you have not made a profit and you have not made a loss. If you sold 1 unit less, you would make a loss. If you sold 1 unit more, you would have made a profit. But the break-even point itself is that point at which you neither make a profit nor do you make a loss. The formula for break-even point in units is you look at the fixed costs. You look at the fixed costs and you divide the fixed cost with the contribution per unit. With the contribution per unit. How do you calculate the contribution per unit? You calculate the contribution per unit by taking the selling price and subtracting the variable costs. So in this case, what we're going to have, is 7,000, which is the fixed cost. 70,000, not 7,000, I apologize. 70,000, you divide this by, the selling price is what? 40. And the variable cost is 30. So this is going to be 70,000 over 10. Because 40 minus 30 is 10. 1 0 crosses, 1 0 crosses. The answer to this particular one then is going to be 7,000 units. That is the answer to A. B, we are supposed to calculate the sales revenue in kwacha. We are supposed to calculate the sales revenue in kwacha. That again is very easy because what we're going to do is we're going to get the fixed cost and divide this with the contribution per unit. Remember the contribution per unit? This formula over here is for the contribution. And so the contribution, remember there was this one and we found it was 10. The contribution is 10. So it's going to be the fixed cost over the contribution, which is 10. Okay? And we are going to multiply this by the selling price. We are going to multiply this by the selling price, which is 40. So let me just replace this by words. So the fixed cost, what do you remember? You remember that the fixed cost is 70,000. Okay, so let me just replace this exactly with 70,000. 70,000 like that. So this crosses, this crosses. What are we going to get? 4 by 0 is 0. 4 multiplied by the second 0 is 0. 4 multiplied by the third 0 is 0. 4 multiplied by the fourth 0 is 0. 4 multiplied by 7 is 28. That is the answer for B. C, we are supposed to calculate the contribution over sales ratio. The contribution over sales ratio. Okay, again, this is something that can easily be done. I hope I have space here and I hope you are following carefully as well and you're understanding what is happening. So what is the contribution? The contribution, we already calculated it to be 10. and this contribution over the selling price, okay, over the, because that's what gives us the sales, over the selling price, which is 40, multiplied by 100. So that 0 goes, that 0 goes. This is going to give me 10 by 10 is 100. Divide by 4, this is going to give me 25% as the answer for 25% as the answer for C. We are also supposed to calculate the margin of safety. Margin of safety refers to a point in between 2 points where, as long as you fall in between those particular 2 points, you are safe. You are safe. It means that your sales are okay. But when you are out of the margin of safety, it means that your sales are not okay. So how do we then calculate the margin of safety? To calculate the margin of safety, you need to look at the budgeted sales. From there, you're going to subtract your break-even sales, okay? Your break-even sales. And this number of units that you're going to get is what is going to make up the margin of safety. So the budgeted sales we are given, it's here, 8,000. So it's 8,000 right over there. Subtract the break-even sales. The break-even sales is how much? It's what we were calculating in A, which is 7,000. 7,000. So the break-even units is 1,000. And this is the answer to D. Further, we are supposed to calculate the margin of safety in percentage. The margin of safety in percentage. Okay, that's really simple. We know that the margin of safety is 1,000. Of how much? Of the budgeted sales, which was 8,000. And this, we have to present it in a percentage form. So we multiply it by 100. That goes with that. That goes with that. That goes with that. Okay, so what we have now is 100 over 8. And 100 over 8 is going to give us 12.5%. This would be the answer to E. An important point to note for this particular question is this one that's given over here. Full marks will be awarded for including the correct formula. Full marks will be awarded for including the correct formula. So, in addition to these particular correct answers that we have found, it is recommended, according to this particular question, if you are to get full marks, to include the formula. And for each one of these, I have taken time to show you the formula. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Captain37, like and follow my Facebook page, Marketing Study in Zambia. And if you need lessons individually on how to help you, to run you through the course, and to also help you prepare for the exams, get in touch with me privately. For now, I wish you all the best in your studies. Goodbye.